to educate, motivate, and build one another through shared knowledge and success. This is the Young and Successful Podcast on NIDA Radio, and these are your hosts, Che Chukwi and Kenny Awashika.
Welcome back to the Young and Successful Podcast. Our guest today is Tanesha Reed, hailing from Detroit. She's been a serial entrepreneur for over 15 years, an investor, business and sales coach, and the founder of Mogul Maker, helping entrepreneurs becoming consistent and confident at marketing their businesses on social media. Retired at 35, she's helped business owners collectively generate more than 1 million in sales using social media alone. Her top three areas of focus are monetizable business strategies aimed to grow your empire from the ground up, how to identify your target audience so you can finally begin selling to them, how to identify your customer roadmap, product primary product offering, profiles that profit, a customizable coaching program geared to help business owners start, grow, or relaunch successful businesses. Tanisha, it's a pleasure to have you with us here today.
I am so excited, you guys.
Welcome,
Absolutely.
welcome. Thanks for joining
Definitely.
us.
Hey, thank you so much for joining us. When we do this, we usually like to start with the main question. How did you get to this field? How did you start doing what you do today? Is it something you've always been interested in, or you just stumbled on it?
Now you got to be a little bit more specific for me. Which part? The business
Well,
coaching part?
let's see. Okay, let's begin
I
with
got to do a lot.
hey, look, because that is the entrepreneur situation, right? So I guess let's say the entrepreneur mindset, right? And we're gonna dive into the business, the
Mm-hmm.
coaching part, and
Mm-hmm.
everything else. So that entrepreneur mindset, how did you get into that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I kind of wanted to go from that angle, just from our short conversation prior
Right?
to this.
Yeah.
So my journey, it really started in high school, even, from selling bags of chips in the cafeteria, from babysitting other people's kids, just
Right.
knowing that I've always liked to make money. Like if I had to be 100% honest. So when I was in college, I actually started my first business. It was a clothing store and a hair salon mixed together, right? I did it with a partner. It didn't work out, but it sparked something in me like no other. Once again, I
Mm.
was only 22 at that age, but it pivoted me into the woman that you guys see today. So from that, I've started, I sold jewelry, I've sold flat irons, I've sold real estate, I've
Wow.
sold Mommy and Me apparel. I attempted to open up a charter school within our local state. So this serial mindset all started, at a young age. But it wasn't really until I started working with a business coach that helped me to see that the serial entrepreneur in me, I like to open businesses and see them flourish. Hence why I'm a business coach. So it's really allowing me to use my God-given talent, the thing that I really, really like to do, which is start businesses and help businesses make money. It allows me to walk in my God-given purpose.
Some of the things you said there, just it seems like you identified, right? You got a taste of what it is that really made you come to life. Once you identified that, you really leaned into it, and that kind of paid back dividends, right?
Mm-hmm.
And also looking for help. What made you want to go with or at least come across a business coach? Because a lot of things we all try to figure out things ourselves, right? So what made you go down that path of a business coach, and how much of a difference did that make for you, considering you're one now?
Yes, that's such a great question. What led me to a business coach was I'm from the generation of YouTube and Google, honey. When I first
Right.
started 15 years ago, business coaches really weren't prevalent back then. They weren't in abundance. And if they were, you didn't know quite where you fit in. So you would just turn to the streets of YouTube or Google to figure it out. So I felt like I got to a point in my life where I couldn't waste time anymore. I had already wasted 10 years at this point. The part of my story that I left out was that I attempted full-time entrepreneurship 12 years ago. I'm sorry, 12 years ago right now.
Mhm.
And it didn't work for me. It comes a point where you got to realize or understand that you don't have any more time to waste, that this vision that you have is bigger than you, In order for you to operate at your maximum, in order for you to go further faster, is going to require someone that can see this thing on a larger scale. And ultimately, I feel like that's what I do as a business coach. I can see your
Right.
vision on a larger scale in order to help align the steps, so that way you don't have to go through YouTube or Google to get there. Kenny, how you doing?
Oh my god. I'm so inspired already. Oh my goodness. It's like I see my story in your story. I feel like overwhelmed. Like, oh my god,
Same
she needs
here.
to be my bestie, man. Who's your best friend? All right,
Right
that's
here.
nice. That's nice. Um, to my question. Oh
Mhm.
my goodness. Most folks are really, really scared about this entrepreneurship journey.
Ooh.
But you were able to click on that niche. Like, okay, this is what I like to do. What would you tell someone out there that is still trying to figure it out? Because a lot of millennials these days, maybe the Gen X's that are watching us right now, they just want to go out there and do their own thing. A lot of them are not into this 9 to 5 stuff, but they just
Right.
don't know how. And the first thing they jump to is, oh, let me just go do TikTok videos and do YouTube videos. How would you guide them?
Mhm. So, one of the very first things I would tell someone who knows and has this thirst for entrepreneurship, but can't seem to find the right product, they can't seem to find the right service, they can't seem to find the right strategy, or they may just be scared or hesitant because they're not sure what their purpose is, right? Because I think fear shows up in a lot of ways, and sometimes the thought of doing something that is not your God-given purpose can stop you just as fast as something, just picking a random product and going forward with it. So if I
Right.
really had to say to someone who felt like they were in this particular situation, Kenny, I would say get clear on what it is that you want to be known for. Stop focusing on a product. Stop focusing on a service. What is it at the end of the day that you want to leave as a mark on the world? All of your products, anything that you're doing should support that mission. For me, I'm gonna use me as an example because I'm not gonna lie, I was scared shitless. I am still scared shitless. I run a six-figure company, and as I approach $1 million, it's like this thing gets scary at every level. So you have to be confident in the thing that you're moving in passion with, so that way you can actually stick with it. The part of my story that resonates most is all the businesses that I started that I stopped because they weren't my passion. That's the
Right.
greatest part of my story, because it led me to understand what it is that I really want to be known for, which is helping business owners have breakthrough moments. If you don't know the product, if you're not certain of what it is that's going to get you to $1 million, monetize what it is that you truly want to be known for. The thing that people go and they already say about you, you can turn that into money.
Mm.
That was deep.
Yeah, I like that. Go ahead.
That was deep.
Yeah, I just find, because so many times, I'm gonna just be 1,000% honest with you guys, people won't buy just a t-shirt. Like, you get what I'm saying? That's one of the common things that many entrepreneurs want to go out and start, is a t-shirt line, right? Like,
Right.
ooh, I'm a drop ship some t-shirts. For those who may be listening and you don't know what drop ship is, that's just simply where a third party, somebody's gonna just ship the products for you. You don't actually
Yeah.
have the inventory.
Nice.
But at the end of the day, someone has to have a reason to buy these t-shirts. We can go to Walmart to buy a t-shirt for $5. So why should we spend our $30, $40? What mission are we supporting? When I think about FUBU, I'm gonna use FUBU as an example. For you, by
Yep.
you, back in the day. Y'all my homies.
Yep.
Y'all know what
Yep.
I'm talking about, right?
Yep.
Y'all,
Hey man,
don't
look,
act like y'all don't know.
I
look.
know
I
my
don't want
food.
to say I showed up in public with FUBU, but I had my moments.
Hey, I used to wear those shoes, man, back in the day.
Come on.
Hey,
But
I had,
it went, he did his thing because you were supporting a mission. You knew why you
absolutely.
wore FUBU. It wasn't so much that you had these nice looking jeans or this shirt. You kind of wore it because of the story that it told. Once
Right.
again, once you begin to focus on the thing that you want to be known for, it's going to tell a story for you. And it won't be a hard story to tell, because it's going to be your story.
Awesome. Well, here's the thing. Which, by the way, everything you said there was so powerful. If anyone watching this right now, man, pause it, clip it, rewind it, and just soak in everything she said there, because everything she said there totally packed a punch, right? One of the things that I thought was really cool was just the things you should do should reflect what you see the world as, right? And it's kind of a similar philosophy in investing. We heard someone say this before: your portfolio, investing portfolio, should reflect your view of the world, right? So, um, if you're able to do that, hey, it comes to you just the way Tanisha described it here, right? Now, I want to pivot here a little bit. Let's talk about Mogul Maker. What is it?
Oh, oh, I help you to, you know what, y'all. I'm sorry. I believe heavily in the Lord, so I'm sorry if I talk too much about him because
It's coming from the
Go
heart.
for it.
No.
he
Go
do a
for it.
lot.
Listen,
He do a lot for
there's
me.
there's no restrictions here, right? It's the
uh,
full you coming through. So yes,
okay,
yeah,
so mogul maker, what is it? I help you to run your own race. I'm an
right,
introvert, and many people can't believe that. Like many people who come in contact with me can't believe that I'm an introvert. I do not like people, but I am comfortable in running my own race. I am great at running my own race. It took me 15 years to get to this point, but that is the thing that I'm great at. And my God given talent is really, truly helping people to run their own race in a world where so many people, which is a good thing, are trying to
yeah,
be entrepreneurs. It could be very discouraging when you see other t-shirts coming up, other
yeah,
podcasts coming up. They talking about the same thing you talking about, other business coaches that want to be Christian business coaches or whatnot. It can be very intimidating. So you have to be able to run your own race. The view that you see of the world or the way that you see it, you have to be confident that other people need to see it similar to you, but you got to know that they're going to have their own twang on that thing too. But the thing that I am really great at is helping you to run your own race. I never thought about it like that way, y'all. But y'all, that's
mm.
how y'all know y'all good at what y'all do, because
Hey, listen, man. We've been chipping away at this thing, and we're slowly getting there. We're starting to understand how to ask the good questions to
that
get
was a
things
good
rolling. Yeah.
one.
Okay. So, and of course, now one of the things that you also focus on is just monetizable business strategies aimed at growing your empire, and of course, we also have uh, profiles that profit. Right? And is a course? Is that also under the Mogul Maker?
hmm So
Can you
that's
tell us a bit
that's
more?
that's the thing that I want to be known for. That's the thing that the product that when I want someone to go off and tell their friend about how Tanesha, how T can help them, I want them
Right.
to say, go get profiles that profit. That is my group coaching program
Right.
where I work with 20 students each month. And my goal is to help you to get clear on growing your business, right? So,
Mm,
the thing that makes me stand out from every other business coach is that profiles that profit is fully customizable. I'm gonna meet you right where you at. You don't got to come with a lot of followers. You don't got to come with a fully developed plan. I am not going to sit you in front of some videos and just say, hey, go watch these videos. It's going to be a lot of accountability. It's going to be a lot of hand holding. It's going to be those YouTube things that I was Googling and sitting in front of. You don't have to do that because you got T with you that's going to help you to go further faster, right? So, profiles that
mhm.
profit is my baby. It came to life maybe 3 years ago. I think I'm going on year three. I just want to say this real quick.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer the way that you see the world, you can use that to monetize your story. Like that, you got that is monetizable. Everything that I teach in profiles that profit is me truly, honestly monetizing the way that I view the world. I wanted to just say that because I feel like somebody's going to be watching this as a replay
Mhm.
and they're wondering or they can't think about what they want to be known for. There's a dollar sign behind your story. There's power behind you attempting to start something and it maybe didn't work out, but you learned a lot along the way. So you can go coach somebody and turn your thing into some type of consulting program. I'm sorry, that was so far off topic, but I felt like somebody really needed to hear that.
No,
Yeah, yeah.
I think that was relevant. You know what I mean? You
That
can
was
get, if
very
you can make
relevant.
money being you, why not? Look at that.
Was there a was there a quote out there that said that everybody's a moving currency? Literally, like you are a value. Like you just
Yeah,
being a being, like walking down the street, is
you're a
valuable
currency.
for something.
You're a resource, and if you do not else your own resources to your advantage,
Somebody
someone
else
else
will
will
use it.
use it for you.
Yeah,
So
use
there
it
is
for
that.
you. What you just said kind of leads to the next question, which is, how does environment, how does community impact this mindset of yours that you have? Because we've been learning from our previous interviews that that has a lot to do with the new or wonderful bestest Tanesha standing in front of us today.
Yes, the new version.
Yes. How y'all know the old version? Wait, who y'all been talking
Well,
to?
we don't need to know the version. Hey, we don't need to know the old version. We just know the best version is right here. That's
Yo,
all we care.
Oh
best is
gosh,
best.
y'all
There we
cutting
go.
up. Y'all cutting up. I'm a strong believer in your network is your net worth, right? I'm
Right.
a strong believer that your network is your net worth, meaning this entrepreneurship thing in corporate, I got promoted 13 times in 8 years. I had a ton of people that was rooting for me in my corner, right? People just constantly praised me, right? But in entrepreneurship, you don't have that. You don't have, it's just you and your business. And if you do have an assistant, they're thanking you for the paycheck, but not for the extra things that you're doing, right?
Yeah.
So when I think about what it is that someone needs most, they need someone to tell them, girl, you did a good job. Girl, you did a good job. Or, sis, this is just a moment in time. If you stick with it, you will see the fruits of your labor. Sometimes we
Absolutely.
associate ourselves or we leave ourselves because we don't want to associate ourselves with these types of people. The
Right.
people who, why are you still doing that? You shouldn't, you still, you sure you want to do this? Are you certain that you want to, oh, you're going to start another business? Those types of people are not the people who I allow to feed into my spirit. My network is my net worth. What support looks like for me, because I want to be 1,000% clear, it isn't monetary. Like when I say
Yeah.
my network, my network is my net worth. It's not attached to a dollar value, because people, the support that they give you, the amount of education you can learn from someone, the relationships that you can be connected to, all of these things build up your community. I am so big on, I don't care if I feed one person today or if I feed 30,000, I'ma still
Yeah.
show up the same way. I'm gonna give the same energy because I believe that my network is my net worth. So I'm gonna sow into everybody the same way. I just got one more last thing. I'm sorry. But I also believe in the power of partnerships, right? Like I
Yeah.
believe in the power of partnerships. I believe in them so much that I don't even know. I can't even articulate how much I believe in them, because small business owners, when you're looking to grow, when you are looking to grow, when you are
Right.
looking to get to your next level, you need for your name to be in rooms that you are not in. You cannot do that if you are doing that thing alone. But I know that y'all gonna be up. I got a business coach. I got somebody that I can refer to you when you are thinking about, once again, this thing that you want to be known for. It has to put you into rooms that you didn't even know you belonged in because of partnerships. Don't be afraid to partner with somebody.
Absolutely. I think I would also add to that, because I think that that is really that's very powerful. Where previous I was in the gym business, right, and I think part of our growth, a massive amount of our growth, was the fact that we just provided value, and our members became evangelists for us, and that you cannot, uh, you cannot replace that. It's incredible.
So you may see people with low ticket offer strategies as business owners. So you may see
Mm.
a t-shirt company selling their t-shirts for $10, and you're probably like, why are they selling it for so low? Like that's basically selling it at cost. They believe in the power of partnerships. They believe in the power of, okay, if I get this person, this is all this person can afford is $10. But if this person, they got relationship quality, I know that this person, they're gonna post a picture in it and it's gonna lead me to 2 more sales. Sometimes we got to think about how our partnerships affect our marketing strategies and the way we show up in business as well.
One strong thing before we move on here, one thing that I want to highlight again that you said there was your network is your net worth. I think that's very important. You cannot learn how to buy a Lambo from someone who only knows how to get a Corolla. You dig? So there it is. Moving on then.
I'm looking for the mic, Jesus.
Now you got the mic. So moving on, the next thing we want to talk about, because entrepreneurship, it's great, and winning is even more incredible. However, it's not all the time. We're not winning all the time. There are times when we go through difficult times, and even worse, as an entrepreneur, when you're going through these difficult times, sometimes there is not someone there to really guide you through it, because in your space that may be a first, right? So for you, and I'm going to combine this with discipline as well. What sort of habits have you had to take on to build yourself the way you are right now and maintain that discipline over time to keep your businesses going? And what would you say are some of the most difficult? You can pick one, or if you want to give a few, the most difficult experiences you've had in the entrepreneurship field.
So one of the things that I like to pride myself on being known for is my consistency. So every night, Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern, y'all can tune in and y'all can join me on Instagram. I go live, right? I'm committed to serving for my students as well. So
Right.
I put myself early on in a position where I had other people to hold me accountable. That if I could make one suggestion to the people who are going to be watching this as a replay, sometimes it's not enough for you to just hold yourself accountable. Hence why you need a business coach. But sometimes you can't afford a business coach. But
Right.
you can allow for your community to help hold you accountable and help you to stay disciplined as well. They'll begin to tell you the things that they need from you. And it is up to you. How bad do you really want this thing in order for you to show up and deliver it? Sometimes it will be a test to how bad you want something. I want to say discipline kind of starts in that mindset. It starts in your why. And I hate to be so typical or so generic, but it does
But
start, like, if you don't got a reason.
Yeah, the truth is
But
the truth. Yeah.
but I want to say it because since you took us there, some
Yeah.
people, the first thing people say is, "Oh, my why is my family. My why is my kids." My daughter is 6 years old. I told y'all that I've been a serial entrepreneur for 15 years. Clearly, my daughter is not my why. It has to
Right.
be you have to stop lying to yourself and saying that your daughter or your kids is your why if you know you've had this burning desire to be an entrepreneur. Unless you really figure out what that burning desire is, you won't ever be able to truly put it out and discipline and tame that thing unless you get clear on it. My why was, it was bigger than me. It was, I didn't want to go back to where I came from. I had to be 1,000% honest with you. It keeps me going to know that I don't have to go back to eating whatever I was eating and having
Ramen
this
noodles.
negative. Come on. Because
Hey,
that's what I was
come on
eating.
now.
Come on.
And the
Every
church
day.
say amen.
Amen.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I got you.
Somebody, and I say this, and I'm going to say this about discipline. Somebody has forgotten where you came from, and you don't even realize that that thing should keep you disciplined enough.
Going.
Sometimes we get to this level of consistency where everything is peaches and cream, and you don't feel a need to show up.
To drive.
I'm an entrepreneur. Huh?
I said
drive.
to push, to keep pushing harder.
To keep pushing harder.
Some folks are just coasting.
Ooh, what coasting look like to you? How you seen coasting?
Hey, 9 to 5, man.
9 to 5.
Come
Waiting for that paycheck. A lot of money right now, man. Send me that paycheck real quick.
Yeah.
No, what? As a matter of fact, let me go and do some
Hey.
payday loans real quick.
You hitting on it. Those
Hey.
types of people, they are not you got to find a way to tame that thing for your discipline to come. One
Yep.
of the books that I just read, and once again, I'm not trying to be cliche or generic, but the 4 Hour Work Week was really impactful for me to help me to stay disciplined, because I also understood that some of the things that I was doing was the cause of my unhappiness that I wasn't or shouldn't have been doing in the first place. So the 4 Hour Work Week is a good book for
Good
discipline
book.
too. Okay.
Yeah.
Challenges. Ooh, juggling it all. That knowing one of the challenges that I'm facing as a growing entrepreneur, and you kind of mentioned it in one of the first few questions, as teamwork comes in,
Mhm.
is when do I need help, right?
Mm.
Because there's a big difference on working on your business and working in your business, right? There are two totally different aspects. And sometimes we can get caught up in this serial entrepreneur or serial hustler mode. We are not millionaires, aren't hustlers. Ooh, I received that for
Yeah.
somebody who watching.
Yeah. It is true.
Millionaires are not hustlers, right? They have this thing down packed. They know who needs to run the operations. They know
Hmm.
the systems they need behind their business. They are not working um, in their, or they're not working on their business. They're not working in their business. They're working on their business, if that
Um,
makes sense.
yeah.
You got to lose. So as I'm growing at every level, every figure that you hit, there is going to be a need for you to understand where help is needed.
Right.
Right now in this season, I'm operating with the mindset of I have not because I ask not. And what I really mean by that is the things that I don't know, the resources are really fully at my fingertips, right? I'm looking at two gentlemen who are going to put me on a crypto game. All I got to do is say, "Hey, can you help
We're ready.
me?" Right?
I got you.
And in this season, whether you're at the beginning, the middle, or the end, it's important that you understand when it's time for you to ask for help. And I understand the budget may not be there, but like going back to that teamwork, that's where partnerships are formed. That's where
Hmm.
relationships are built. An
Yeah.
introvert has to really manage that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This is reminding me of one of Oprah's interview. It could be the next Oprah. Who knows? Um,
Speak
because
that into
Oprah is
existence.
also
Hey, better
she's
than.
just actually also an introvert, and I remember that interview literally like vividly. And you kind of saying it the same way she was saying it. That she said she had to get to a point where she cannot run or grow the company. She just gotta hire the smart people to make
Mhm.
Oprah what Oprah is now. You gotta build the trust. Sometimes you're gonna make a lots of
Ooh.
mistakes, but you gotta know when to cut it off quick. Like be quick to fire or slow to hire. But yeah, that was what I got from that interview, and it's like it's coming back again in this conversation, which is quite interesting.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I
It's
received
and
that.
I think when you said that entrepreneurs are not hustlers, I think the first thing that came to my mind was something which we've probably all heard, where people say, the millionaires are the C students, and they hire the A and B students to get it done, right? So absolutely, can
Mhm.
go ahead.
So I hear this a lot, and hey, my cousins out there, I love you guys because I get this like, oh, everybody's not meant to be an entrepreneur. So I'm not saying because of those conversations that I'm not hanging out with my cousins, but like you're saying,
Hmm.
your environment impacts your thought process. So
Mhm.
I'm not distancing myself. I just learned not to have those conversations with them. But what I'm also trying to also preach to the world is that entrepreneur is almost similar, except for you giving your time and your resources to somebody else to build their entrepreneurship as an
Hmm.
entrepreneur. But you could still be successful as an entrepreneur, like the CEO of Disney. One of my favorite guys. I'm forgetting his name right now. He was an extremely successful entrepreneur. He made a lot of money. It's not just
Mhm.
money, but he was able to successfully impact Disney.
Mhm.
Um, and you could be successful as an entrepreneur as well. It's just that the levels of your resource allocation is a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
um, I was also gonna have this whole topic about women in business. We've been trying to have more women on the show,
Mm-hmm.
so we need
Mm.
more folks like you on the show because I believe I love my
Yeah.
grandma a lot. If you look at my Facebook picture, it's a picture of my grandma. I believe that
Right.
if women are successful, families are gonna be successful. It's
Mm-hmm.
like planting seeds. Women are the only one that plants seeds the best.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, the United States and globally, they think that men can be seed planters, but men only know how to fight war and fight for women and all that good interesting stuff, fight for land. That's just why we have all the conflicts that we have now. If we have more women in your role, I think we'll have more empathetic leadership, uh, not the issues that we have where you gotta walk till your bones fall off for you to take a vacation and women can take leave after have given birth. All this crazy work hours that we have in business right now. It's all a result of men and their crazy ways of wanting to make money quickly. So we need more people like you in business for sure. Um, talk to us about being a woman in business.
Oh, as you were just talking, I was just thinking, like, you are absolutely right. I do, like in real estate, in most industries, I'm always the minority. And when I say the minority, it's because I'm the female in the room, whether it's real estate, whether it's stocks, whether it's a room of the next level coaches. But the thing that I really think that we offer up the most as a woman in business is that nurturing side, that compassion side. I think that us as a world itself, we've kind of walked away from that nurturing side, that quick to fire, slow to hire, or however it
Yeah.
goes. I was
Hmm.
taught that you, instead of stepping someone down, you help to step them up in some
Hmm.
instances.
Hmm.
And sometimes a woman can help a man pull something out of them that another man couldn't necessarily be pulled out of, if that makes
Yep.
sense.
Yep.
So it's always a delicate balance, though, walking into the room, knowing that you are going to have to be that person. You're going to have to carry that weight. You're going to have
Hmm.
to carry that weight, but still appear to be strong.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I need
Yeah.
go.
I know.
It's an
I
interesting.
know.
It's a difficult balance to maintain
Yeah.
for women. I can totally get that,
Mm-hmm,
because obviously, like when as a woman and a minority in whatever setting, right, in a business setting where it's
mm-hmm,
mostly going to be men, uh, a lot of men will see that assertiveness coming from a woman as her being,
mm-hmm.
uh, let's not use the B word, but you
Yes,
know what I'm saying.
yes,
So
yes.
to be able to balance that, it's a
Yeah.
applauds to any
Mm-hmm,
woman who is able to pull that off, and it'll be cool to see more women
mm-hmm.
be able to do that as well. Kenny, any other questions?
No, that was I just had to put that in there because yeah, if you have someone else that got the weaponries like I don't know what to
Hey,
call
I
it.
think I think she's out here arming everyone with
Everybody, man,
the
like
greatness. You know what I mean? As a coach, so
Did you say I'm
that
out
is,
here arming everyone? I like
yeah.
that.
Hey, it's armed with knowledge because knowledge is power, right?
it
Mm-hmm.
And
is.
arming people with knowledge and the skill to be able to improve themselves. And I
Yeah.
also say, look, I get it, man. Not everyone is going to be an entrepreneur, but if you don't want to be an entrepreneur and stuff like that, that is fine. This is not for you. But this is where I definitely put my foot down. There are many people out there, a lot of people out there, who want to do something, who want to try something for themselves, right? But they're not doing it. And I think you owe it to the world, right? To take that chance. If you have that thought of in your mind, or if you want to start a business, you want to take a risk on anything, you owe it to the world and you owe it to yourself to give it a shot, right? And so if that's you, then this is directly heading out to you. This message is directly heading out to you. So take action, do it. Like, is that what Nike says? Nike, I just mentioned your name in our podcast. You have to sponsor us now. Exactly. Right. So,
Just do it.
absolutely. Now we know you have to run soon, Tanisha. So we're gonna bring this to the end here. But once we get to this part of the show, and by the way, we're going to be dropping all of Tanisha's links, social media, and everything like that in the
7
description as
p.m.
well.
Mondays through
Exactly.
Friday.
Monday to
Live on
Friday. Is it your live
Instagram.
streams on Instagram, right? Yeah.
Yes.
I
Fire.
think Mogul Maker is your Instagram.
Yes. Mogul _
So
maker.
there we go.
There's a Niger song for that too, man.
There is.
Yeah. I would send you the link. It's a pretty fun song too.
Oh, okay, bro. You know me, man. My pop culture knowledge is in and out. You know what I mean? There's some things that I know, some things I don't. But as we close this one out here, we like to end it with this question here. What is your definition of success?
Walking in your godly purpose, unapologetically, whatever that thing is.
Yeah, man. There's nothing else to say to that.
Fully understood. Is that mic drop?
That is the mic drop right there. That is the mic drop right there. Yeah. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. All right. Hey, Tanesha, thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with us this evening. It's really been inspirational. And hopefully we can have you back on again to talk to people about more business and social media marketing as well.
I would love that. I'll patiently await the invitation.
Oh, well, you don't have to patiently wait. We're extending one right now. You know, we just have to wait. We just have to set the date. So, we don't want to leave you hanging.
We'll probably also sign up for your mentorship too.
Hey, no, I was gonna say that after the call, but since you brought it up, Kenny, we need to talk to Tanesha. Maybe she probably help us sharpen up our
Make us
social
moguls.
media game. Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll get up there. Exactly.
Y'all know where I be at. Just pull up on me.
Oh,
exactly.
Yeah.
Again, all the links are going to be in the description. Anything else you want to add before we close this one out, Tanisha?
Oh, no, I'm good. Thank you guys. This has been so much fun. Thank you for having me. I look forward to part 2.
Awesome.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
There we go. Well, until next time. Che out.
Double O out.